one of the key things is the kind of conversations we have with young men. Today we had our engagement with secondary school students, boys in secondary schools at the office of the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And I always come left field with them, everybody asks, what you want to be? And I say, fellas, how many years you plan to live for? And then they just like, nah, you can't control that life forever. But you go to other schools and they'll tell you 80, 100, because they have a career trajectory. They have an idea of asset ownership. They see themselves socially reproducing certain values and family. But why, when we speak to some young men, they don't have an imagination? Now, being young, 30s is a theoretical concept, right? I didn't know what 30 would have looked like. And I'm 34 years old now. But when I speak with them, is that I'm asking them, how do you see aging? What do you think your desires, how they move across different life stages? And that's important when we work with young men, because that is the struggle, the transitions that they're moving with, their capabilities, the changes in their body, the changes in their social standing and power. We live in a society where we call children small men. You alluded to it earlier in the introduction. So we're giving them adult standards of masculinity to judge children by. And men who exercise social privilege and power, we call them big boys, which is to have advantage and social license for things they're not supposed to really have. So that creates a kind of paranoia in the society, or a very warped double consciousness, where you're always becoming something that is a man, an evasive ideal that you can never really achieve. And for those who seem to possess it, it's actually elusive, because it let goes. A gunman will get shot. They will be put behind bars. Somebody does have disabilities. Cancer exists. Diabetes is something that could come into our lives. And these are the realities of our time. So just quickly, I want to register some points where we have to understand aging, that when we look at people who die by suicide, and old men who even have that experience because they lack that social support, we need to have a movement that tells us social solidarity over social isolation. And that is important. And what are safe spaces for men to share and exchange, where it does not have the consumption of alcohol or drugs, or even have to be in the public sphere. So we need to have communal spaces for men to have healthy performances of masculinity. And next thing is, I know we work on governments, I know we think about institutions, but civic leaders have one role, which is to inspire and motivate. That is why in the world we remember oftentimes leaders, not just presidents. We have the greatest private citizens. Those are the people we look up to. Why? Because they have that reach. They live in the community. They face those challenges. And people need to have that. Our next thing we do with working young people is not just about mental health. We think about leadership. They need to have plus, minus, equal leadership. You need to learn to not just look up to other men. You have to look up to women as well. Do you have any women role models? Because it's not just about men. It's about modeling roles. I grew up watching Puff Daddy. Singing all about the Benjamins, and we hear and look at the news story today. It's a court matter. I'm not accusing him of anything, but oh God, brother. Accusing of something else. But that is trajectory of men. It is not about if Puff Daddy betrayed me as a role model or not. It's about I model the best of him, and there are other roles he did that maybe I don't want in my life. And that is a sophisticated way we now teach about leadership. And getting young people, I know you listen to your peers, that is equal leadership. That is people in your group talking to you. What about those above you? Do you listen to them? By age, by status, profession, by leadership position? And then do you help people who are younger than you, the minors? Could you transfer knowledge to people who have less? Do you give of yourself? And that is the way we want to redesign social programs intervention. I was at a close up here, and the point is that we want a well-being society. When we say mental health, we're not diagnosing down the place. Tell you what disorder you have, boy, and we just have with disorder cards walking around. No, is that because we want a well-being society. Where people are healthy, people have disorders, no stigma, people get support, the care the government provides for you. And when we understand that, hey, when I'm sick, a sick day means I could be mentally, just working through it. So and that is okay.
So thanks so